Hey, what's happening everybody? It's Keith with the Tulsa Moto Club, and today we're getting all caught up. First, let me start off by saying I'm sorry for such a large gap between videos. I do put a new video out every single week, but unfortunately I let life get a little bit ahead of me and I got behind on some other video projects that I was working on that aren't related to this channel. With that said, if you're curious to see what kinds of things I'm making outside of Tulsa Moto Club, I'll be sure to link my personal channel at the end of this video and in the description below. So even though that I've been really busy, I haven't stopped working on the KZ at all. In the last video, you saw that I got it started, but every time I put it into gear, it would just stall out. Well, after a little bit of troubleshooting and asking the right questions to the right people, I found out that the clutch was just stuck. And that's a common problem with bikes when they just sit for too long. What I was advised to do was to just roll the bike down a small incline and I'd be able to pop it into first gear and ride it around. So I gave that a try and sure enough it worked just fine. And from there I just worked my way through all the gears on my bike until the engine was nice and warm. And now it's all working perfectly. Oh yeah, I'm also working on a new club member video with my friend Joe. Don't let that other man. If you haven't seen the one I made with Jordan a while back, I'll be sure to link that at the end of the video as well. So now that the clutch situation's all sorted out, it's time to move on to the finishing touches, which I didn't waste any time with. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw that I laser cut some tank emblems out of walnut. Well, I just now got around to attaching those to the bike's tank, and I gotta say they look fucking awesome. I also got all my cables and everything dialed in and adjusted just right, and I even made some saddlebags to cover up the parts of the frame where you can see the battery. I did start to make a video on the process of making these bags, but somewhere along the way my camera battery died, and by the time I noticed, I was just a little too far along in the project to keep filming. But I do other leather work, so if that's something you'd like to see on the channel, make sure you let me know down in the comments. And at this point, the bike's pretty much finished. There are a few smaller things I like to do in order for me to be comfortable calling it complete. One aesthetic thing is that I'd like to make some walnut plates to cover up these holes in the frame right here. That way it kind of ties in all the other wooden aspects of my bike that I already have. I also need to change the oil, which I plan on making a quick tip video for, that way you can all learn that process. And when I tried to start the bike up last time, I accidentally spilt a little bit of gas in my tank and that ate away some of the paint, so I need to touch that up. But if I'm being really honest, I may just repaint the tank entirely, but I'm not too sure yet. So that's where the bike is at this point. I want to thank you all for watching the build all the way to this point, and if it's your first time here, thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and if you're not already, subscribe so you don't miss out on any videos I put out in the future. As always, thanks for watching. Later.